know that the Rockets shot 47 three-pointers.
That's it? I'm disappointed. That's it?
They're averaging 45 three-pointers per game.
I'm waiting for them to hit that 60 number. It's coming.
Yep.
They're going to get 60 in a few games this year.
Is this a winning formula?
Well, I mean, it's proven to win regular season games. And when you look at how Houston plays, and look, they were one of the better teams last year. And until someone can stop them or slow James Harden down, and we keep forgetting, they still have a Hall of Fame /type player coming back soon in Chris Paul. So watch out. It can get worse before it gets better. This Houston team is going to be lights out because, again, everybody's trying to figure out how Mike D'Antoni is going to use Chris Paul in this offense. But I keep saying, when you do force James to give the ball up, he's throwing the ball now to another Hall of Famer. That's in a pick-and-roll situation that's just as lethal.
I thought to myself last year, Eric Gordon might not shoot as many threes as he did last year. He's averaging 11 a game, Sam, but this is how they're getting them open.
But when you look at James Harden, look, these are simple plays, but if he takes one more dribble, none of this happens. He's getting rid of the ball on time, on target. He creates a 2-on-1 on the backside with Ryan Anderson and those guys. Nothing you can do. Again, the defense, if you're going to play off James Harden like this at 6'5" and let him see the court, look, no pressure on the ball pass right now. Nate McMillan's going to be upset when he watches this film. But look at James Harden. He's like Peyton Manning back there just picking people apart when he was in Indianapolis. And now this is what he does best. In that pick and roll, that pocket pass to Capella, he rolls down the lane. And Brent, I think that was Torrey Black. You and I talked about this. Because Houston is so good shooting the three, when we played, you had to bump that guy, the roll guy. But teams are so afraid that guy getting caught up in the wash and then James Harden swinging it, and you're going to have a 2-on-1 on the backside. They are basically saying, can you make that pass on a consistent basis to a guy like Capella or Black rolling for easy dunks and layups? And at some point, you're going to have to alter your defense because it's just too easy right now because teams are so afraid to get into them, so they're not pressuring.
This is what I think about. I wonder how many teams might consider that pick and roll happens at the top of the key or the top of the three-point line. Will there be some defenses that Houston will see this year where the big guarding the screener will extend past the screen and go trap James Harden or get the ball out of his hands before there's any chance to use the pick or you're sitting back to catch the penetration? That's one way in which the defense can dictate some of the action from the Rockets. Teams that are playing against Houston, Chris, that let's say the night before you played against Minnesota Timberwolves, who want to play, they want to give Jimmy Butler the ball in the post. They want to give Karl Anthony Towns the ball down the post. They're not playing super fast. And then the next night you turn around and got to match up against Houston, who's coming down and in a couple seconds jacking up three-pointers from 23 feet, 25 feet. You've got to keep up with the pace of the game. You can't believe in your basketball head that a guy is going to take that shot. Yes, he is.
Yep.
And he's not going to take one. He's going to take 7
While
or 8.
you're thinking that, he's shooting it.
Right,
think about when we played, you sitting there saying, you guarding Ray, I'm guarding you. And I'm like, Brent's not. And by the time I'm like, Brent's not, you done shot the basketball. And that's what Houston does.
With 5 or 6 guys on the team. And that's to the 40, guarding 45 three-point shots. I mean, they're a good team. They have to work on late-game situations, plays that they can go to. They've got to still assimilate Chris Paul, and I think a lot of people are anxious to see how that happens, how many minutes in the second unit for Chris Paul, all of that. But what Houston does during the regular season, they make it really hard for you to try and
they
slow
get
down
quality
their
shots.
offense.
That's the thing. It's one thing to try to take 53s. It's another thing, out of those 53s, when 45, 46, 47 are quality shots that these guys can make.